go! 10, touch scared. General, hut go! Down, 91. Ready! Ready, ready! Hut, hut! Here we go! Here we go! 60 outlaw! We good! 132! Right up! Here we go! Set! 60 orange! Ready, ready! Let's go now! 15 Lonnie! 15 Lonnie! Go! Set! Right! On the ready! Hood! Okay? Right! Head go! Set! 60 Pittsburgh! Set hut! Set hut and read! Ready, go! Ready, set! Set, go! Here we go! Set up! Ready, ready! 8, hard! Set, ready! Hut, go! Come on, set! Get the plan! Ready! Ready! 10, Lobo! Hut, hut! On the double! We good! 132! Right up! Let's go! 70 ending! Ready, ready! Down! 10, touch scared! Set! Right! Okay, ready! Hood! Here we go! Here we go! 91! Head go! Ready! Set hut! Here we go! Set! 6, ready, go! Let's go now! 60 orange! Set, go! line it. 15 line it. Set up. Set hut. Hut. Here we go. And Rick, hut go. Ready, ready. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Ready. Ready. Right. Hut, hut. Set, ready. We good. 132. Right on. Come on, set. Get the plan. Ready, ready. On the set. Set, hut. Ready. 10, Lobo. Hood. Let's go. 70 ending. Head go. Down. 10, Tuscan. Set, hut. Here we go. Here we go. 90, wolf. Ready, go. Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw. Set go. Let's go now. 60 orange. Set up. Set. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Hut. Set hut. 60 Pittsburgh. Hut go. Here we go. And read. Ready. Ready, ready. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Hut, hut. Set, ready. 30 base. Return. 32. Right up. Come on, set. Get the plan. Ready, ready. Ready. 10, Lobo. Set, hut. Let's go. 70 ending. Hood. Down. 10, Tuscan. Head go. Ready. Set hut. Here we go. Here we go. 90 wolf. Ready, go. go! Ready up! Set up! Let's go now! 60 yards! Hard! Set! 15 lining, 15 lining. Hard go! Got it! Ready! Set, hut! 60 Pittsburgh! Hut, hut! Here we go! And read! Read good! 132! Right out! Ready, ready! Ready, ready! On the ready! Set, hut! Ready, ready! 18 Gator, 18 Gator! Hook! Set, ready! 30 back, hut go! Come on, set! Get the blend!
Well, it's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Jets. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. On first down, Gibson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Fields. Open man has got one. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Twist.
Throwing on first down. Fields. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Operating from the gun. Fields. Oh, he's thinking end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the try here for the point after. And that one gives the Bucks a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Buccaneers 7, Jets nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end, Herndon. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Watch the whip. Slam. Shit. Tight dog. Red 80.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
On first down, Fields. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
To throw again, Fields. He completes it to Evans. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the gun, Fields. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Jets 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Come on. Watch tight end. Tight right.
Darnold on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Darnold hitting his tight end, Herndon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 1st and 10, Fields. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. The extra point up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 18. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Here's Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Jerry Tillery in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
14 moving, 14 moving.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. We get slap happy up here sometimes. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's into the hands of Edwards. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
45, Mike, 45. I'm coming for it.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Darnold now to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here? And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
55, my God, 55.
Back to throw. Fields. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off the play fake. Fields. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is taken in at the 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. One receiver to the left is Evans. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Fields. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin in the final seconds of the first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Darnold now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Switch.
Now they try the right side here. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Darnold. Going up top. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. To throw is Darnold. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You got it. You got it.
Looking to throw. Fields. He's got Evans. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Under 10, 10.
From the gun, Fields looking downfield for Godwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Open man is Ross, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A run for Weber. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point up and through. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime It's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Off play action. Fields. He's going to fire one. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Fields. Got a man, Slayton. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the...
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here. Even